Now, so the inner city trade was enabled, but it meant that no one from this side of the rail could get to this station. Now it can. How many passengers have you got? Probably not many, because it's early on. Oh, lots! Lots on this one. Alright, people are definitely using this as a shortcut to get through town. I love it. Oh, you know what we should have here? Is a taxi stand for the tourists that might be coming to visit. Now, they might not use it. They might go to the subway. Ideally, they go to the subway. But some people might be going to a destination not easily covered by the subway and would prefer to take a taxi. Now, taxis can pick up people everywhere, I think, but this way taxis will be waiting. In fact, it might not be a bad idea, since we have a whole new district, to put in a new taxi depot. I may as well put it here. Why not? A new taxi depot that will spam out some cabs for the city. Oh, only 2? No, 4? Okay. Does it just put out 2 at a time? And will they all go into the city? I guess so. Alright, you. What are you bringing? 22 people. So presumably those are tourists. I'll be curious to see where they go. I think they're all going to go to the subway. Oh, oh, oh. Where are you going? Who are you? Oh, you're an adult going home. Emma Gray. Where do you live? Over there. So you're just going to walk over there. Cool. Not even using a bike. Just walking. Awesome. Okay. Save some extra car trips. So this is all connected, right? Yeah, I've never had so much trouble. But this was a very... There wasn't a lot of lateral motion here, so I guess that's why this one was so difficult. Normally I build them closer to the rail. Simmer, most people would agree, or would disagree with you considerably. Simmer says, how do you make such great city plans? Mine end up a mess usually. Most people laugh at me all the time in my terrible cities. I think I have legitimately gotten better, is part of it, but still far from being good. We need more sewage outflow and water intake as well. So yeah, you're probably not actually powered. A little bit of that. I gotta get a mod. There's a lot of mods for water stuff. Especially on this map with the, like, really wimpy sort of water supply going on. It would be nice to have a different type of water treatment plant. So I wouldn't have to do this silly mess of, like, water stations all along the river. You're connected. There you go. How are we doing for water? Wow. Adding that one sewage treatment plant actually, like, wasn't enough to get us completely out of the yellow. That is crazy. Our city is huge. There we go. And you should have power from your neighbor. And that should change that number anytime now. There it is. Good. Might need some more water intake. Snapping to this? Are you connected to water? No, you're not. Because it's up there, and that would have put you in the water. In the yeah, too deep. But yeah, see, this one's not working anymore. You see that? Like, this is what keeps happening. Is we've got such a wimpy little river. Arg. And all our sea is always going to be polluted. And that's our only sea spot. Well, no. Look, this is drying up too. And we can't buy any more tiles, right? We're maxed? Yeah, like literally we've bought all of them. Okay. I'm going to take you. I'm going to move you up to here. Now, this might not actually solve anything. That might actually just deny water from other places. This is why our dam wouldn't work. This map here, it just has such wimpy, wussy water flow. Wimpy, wussy water flow. We're gonna drain all our water. I mean, I guess we could start using the water towers. You get very little water out of them, but at least you don't have to worry about, like, literally emptying the river. Okay, are you guys actually in the water? Barely over here. Do you actually function? You got a pumping capacity and it says you're working normally. This one says it's working normally too, though. Pumping capacity, but you clearly can't possibly be drinking any water. Like, I don't understand. Are you working or are you not working? Like this here too. You can't possibly be working. And also, shit. Yeah, we're gonna get illness. Look at this. We're getting so much backflow here. We're draining so much water that these are starting to pick up polluted water because we're draining the river too aggressively. Why is the water table on this map so wussy? Yeah, we're just gonna have to make a giant set of water towers. As annoying as that is. Because they're not very cost effective, and we're gonna need 1 million of them. Alright, water availability is fine right now. That's what we'll do. We'll just keep pulling water towers over here. Okay, how's the water pollution? Okay, good. Because people were definitely getting sick. There was definitely poo water entering into our city from wherever it was, right over here. Just because we were denying so much water flow here, the water was flowing backwards. I guess we could, how do we see that? This way. Yeah, you can see here, the water is flowing up. That's not good! Hopefully it will stop doing that. Now that we're cutting back on some of these water intakes, I suppose I can cut back on a few more. Like, if you're not even working, and get rid of you, we're gonna save some of our money, and also potentially drain a little less water out here. Like, I'm pretty sure when we started, the water was coming, I don't know how high, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see, this one's not working either. Like, we're just spending all this money on water pumps that do nothing. We'll get rid of you. And you. Alright, you're fine. You're almost not fine. You're almost not fine. Hopefully you don't get polluted water. You can actually see the water flowing this way. Into this. From down here. I'm just going to get rid of you. Because you're increasing the chance that water is going to flow up into the rest of my system. And how are we doing on water coverage? Okay, so we need more water towers now. That's all I'm going to do. Because I think you can build them anywhere. There's no specific spot for these water towers to operate. There we go. If ever we want to build over here, we'll have to move our little water spot, but that'll work for now. I'll probably stop building it in a row now and just like put another water pipe down here and then build there. Put a dam down, would it prevent backflow of sewage? If I put a dam down, it's going to screw up everything. But yeah, I suppose I could put a dam down here, set up sort of a reservoir for the water. Although what's happened is we saw a little bit of that. It'll just drain anyway. It's actually just too wimpy of a water flow. We can put a dam here. It'll stop the backflow, so we don't have to worry about sewage. But we'll probably just end up draining this area dry. So, yeah. Oh, that was going to a water pump. I don't like electrical cables. I mean, generally speaking. I like some of them. Depends on the spot and what it's being used for. 21 passengers only. That's very disappointing. Taxis in queue, none. All the taxis are out. Actually, that's probably a sign that we don't have enough taxi stands. When taxi cab is not busy, it'll go to closest taxi stand. Yeah, so we actually need more cabs. They're just so busy that they're always busy. I know that's like from the Department of Redundancy Department. Really? You don't like having... Oh, there is a noise radius on these things. Oh. Sorry, people. Hopefully you don't get too much noise pollution. My bad. I don't know why the taxi depots create noise. So we're adding a bunch of cars to our city. Hooray! But soon they will be dispersed. And hopefully they will do good things for our tourism. We'll see how it goes. Water clarifier mod. Yeah, cleans water well enough for drinking, solves the water problem completely. And they really do exist and do work. They're not OP. And yeah, that's the thing I was just talking about. I'll probably install some sort of mod to add some of those water things because people have come up with solutions in real life. They might have different costs, you know, but there are ways to deal with this stuff. But for now, we'll just pump water directly out of the ground, and that'll have to be. So yeah, I remember like there was a bunch of extra dead people here from the polluted water. In fact, I shudder to think what our death care stats are. Only 300 dead people, actually. That's not bad. There's no death care near here. Oh, excuse me. Fine. Who is that? Bobby Factor 69. Hey, thank you very much. Greetings from Finland. Here's some dollars for 3 days of shoveling. The snow shoveling. Hope you don't get stuck inside due to snowplows and not seeing your door or just piling stuff up against it. The long dark in real life, yeah. Well, luckily I have enough of a driveway for that. Unluckily, it means I have to, you know, shovel that driveway. Alright, so some dead bodies over there. Generally speaking, we're okay. Marilors, thank you very much for the resub. And Gabook as well, whose name I probably can't say. Mayor Quill is dying. Apparently. You know, it's probably time for a break. We've been going for almost 2 hours now and we haven't had one yet. I should probably do that. I should probably get a glass of water instead of just drinking all this Coke. How's the school doing? High school students in the city. Yeah, it's basically capped out. I like how there's a classes skip stat now. Which is probably people who couldn't make it to class in time. So, education. We have very few completely uneducated people. Which sounds good, but actually has certain side effects. Wow, we need more high schools. I mean, our city is growing quickly, so that's part of it too. High school there. And there. Discourage the high school stuff over there. There's a big gap without high schools here. Oddly enough, these people are all educated. But that doesn't mean that it would be an inappropriate spot to put one. Although it would require bulldozing a bunch of stuff. This might not be a bad spot for it. Got some uneducated people missing. It'll make these guys happier and potentially level them up, which is good. More services gives us a bit more capacity. University's still good. Elementary is not great, but I think it's a fine rate. Population's still growing. These areas are nicely developed. These are low density, high density. We can probably go ahead and zone a little bit more of this. We've actually got quite a bit of commercial and industrial demand. Now, again, we still have lots of, like, real industry. So what I will probably do is simply... Oops, I want to not connect up over there, actually. Also, I want to use tree-lined streets, but I guess these will be grass-lined. That's fine, then we'll switch to tree-lined over here. And so that's residential. So let's paint a little bit more residential along this side. Like that. And like that. And like that. And then get some offices down here in the middle. Again, act as a bit of a sound buffer. I should probably, if I'm going to have this many offices, I should probably have a university at this end of town. Okay, wow, those are filling up right away. And then some high-density commercial zones. Especially along the roads, make it easier for people to shop. I mean, it doesn't actually have to be there, but it sort of makes sense. Oh, right, these are all the high-value areas, too, along the water. Yeah, that's fine. That is not fine, though. How are we missing pixels, like, right in the middle? That's got to be fixed, as does this one. So let's make this one office. Like that. Now, offices are nice because they don't contribute much in the way of traffic, because they don't need goods delivered to them. On the other hand, they don't help necessarily synergize with everything, because all this commerce is obviously going to need goods delivered to it. And with that in mind, I can make like a high-tech industry thing, right? Like if I, let me dezone this and start a new zone over here. Because isn't that a thing? I can't remember. No, I guess not. Like, I want to make a low pollution industrial zone right here. But I guess that's not a thing. I mean, I guess I could make it... I don't know how polluted forestry is. Or farming. I mean, certainly everything else is pretty polluted. If I make it a forestry area, I wonder how polluted that is. Because I don't know. Raise the level of industrial, decrease pollution. Yeah, it'll be more high-tech. That's one of the other things. Yeah, they're... Policy for water use, if so enacted. Oh, that's true. Forestry is just noisy. Forestry and farming are noise pollution, but no dirt. Okay, we can work with that. Good. And we'll put in some pretty trees. We'll pause because we're about to tear down some more power lines, just by the virtue of building roads through them. So, what I have to figure out here is this connection. Right now it's only got this. Now, almost certainly they're going to want to use this cargo a lot, and or the highway connection. How do I want to get that? I mean, I guess I could have zoned this to be industrial. I might still. Because could come off here. It's pretty close to the highway in and out, which tends to be a bad thing. So I'm really not sure. Those are all one ways. We'll avoid zoning anything on the road itself, which will cut back on the number of in and out traffic. We will delete. Make this. It's going to be our forestry industry zone. Or a farming industry zone, actually. So again, noisy, but if it's not polluty, we can deal with it. So at least it's not going to make people sick. I mean, I guess they can get ill from the noise pollution, but it's not quite as bad. I'd still like to connect this somehow, which I suppose I could do with a bit of a tunnel from here. That might be legit. So, we go down, connect up over there. And then this side we build a bridge, maybe. that. Go up. We'll see how that goes. I'm worried that this is not good in any way whatsoever. But we'll have to see. Water. And yeah, some people are encouraging me to decrease water consumption via policy, and I think that would be an excellent idea. Let's do that. A citywide one. Water usage policy. Which decreases what? Land value? It's got like a side effect, obviously. Oh, it's got an upkeep. I have to pay a bunch of money. But then I have to build less water buildings. And that's good too. Power situation is still okay here. Everything is connected and not going all stupid. Looks like it. Okay. Which means really I can trim all this away. Nice. Zoning is... There we are. And there. Okay. Losing a little bit of money right now. Could be because of the water policy, although I think it might just be a cyclical thing. We'll see what happens. We have zoned some new stuff, so hopefully that will come in a bit. We'll see how it goes. Oh, right. Farms require fertile grounds. Derp derp. Yes. Now, there's actually a little bit of fertile ground there. Plus, there can be some food processing, so it's going to be okay. I think we're fine. Are we going to lose power at night? Because of that lack of connection there? Let's make sure, like, my two houses in my city are actually connected. Although, I think they'd be connected through here and then there. Yeah. I think we're alright. Let's find out. Anyway, let's let this run. See what the money situation ends up being like with this water conservation bill. Actually, speaking of which, what does that do? Water availability is through the roof! Right now, demand is pretty low. I did build a lot of extra offices and stuff here, so it's going to take a little bit. We got to rename these 2 bits and see how they go. This is going to be the Igor the Russian Forestry. And this is going to be the Pawnbroker 007 Farms. Oh, we'll just let them run. Is there actually like a backup of freaking these passenger trains? These empty passenger trains? Awesome. Okay, you know, I'm gonna turn off the water usage thing for now because we actually do have enough water production at this time. But we'll keep that in mind about to drop it later. For now, we're going to be okay. People keep freaking out about money. You don't see, like, it alternates between, like, minus 20 and, like, plus 50. We are going up, generally speaking. We're going to be okay. Plus, we got a big buffer to, like, fix things if need be. And we've never raised taxes, so we've got lots of room there. Plenty of room in the tank. Is this all zoned up? It is. Good. So we just have to wait. People are still pouring into the city pretty well. These areas probably don't have subways. I don't think I'm going to build them. They're not very big, and the subway would eat a fair amount of space. But I can give them a bus connection. Closest subway is probably over there. So what we'll do... Ideally, I'd prefer the bus not stop on this little bit. So something like this. Into over here. And then visit this branch here. And then just head out. Yeah, like, you'll have to loop at some point. So loop around that way. And then come back in there. Basically, just pick up someone from here, connect them over there. A long bus trip, but it will allow them to connect up to the subway and reduce some of the cars a little bit. We could also introduce a little bit of a pedestrian route here, and a bike path, actually, from the subway station. Might be a swell thing right here. So if we go to the park thing, and we take the paved path, and we just... Did we fit that in without bulldozing a building? Oh, that is great. Lovely. Oh, geez. That's fantastic. And then connect up there, too. Giving people the ability to get into these neighborhoods a little bit easier. Population growing, money coming in. You're complaining about not enough uneducated workers. I'm sorry my people are so smart. God. Stop criticizing me. Bum, 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 bum. So shouldn't more nighttime shopping lead to more money at night? I think most of the shops are actually closed at night, other than leisure sections, which I guess I haven't really zoned. I could get some extra leisure areas, which actually seems like a pretty good idea. Especially in this new area of town, right? Like, it might be a swell idea right here. I can, oh, because I got the, there we go. To rezone this bit. As a leisure area. There you go. So those people will move out and then move back in. And then we'll find another little bit. Keep the nightlife going on. Same thing here. These are, whoa. Help me. Don't need to dezone all of it first. I just need to dezone enough, actually, so I can start painting a new zone. Like so. And more leisure. Then we can name these. We've got... Who's next? Evil Earthenu Strip. I think I've named a district after you before. Not in this game. And the Some Andy Guy Strip. A little bit of leisure activity. Alright, yeah, we are... At nighttime, we do definitely have some power problems. So, my power plants... Like, you're connected to the whole grid. You're connected, you're fine. I guess, do they glow? And then the water is just because of the lack of power temporarily. So you're connected... Well, you're your only power plant, so you should be connected. You are completely isolated. That's what's happening. This nuclear power plant is not connected to the rest. I've been focusing over here. Alright. So now my nuclear power plant here is connected to the grid, and I'll make a redundant power connection to here, to there. So we got a couple of different ways to ensure the nuclear power plant is truly connected to the rest of my city. Okay, good. Population still grows. What about a tourist hotel area? I've got 2 already. Could build one here too. But it's a little further away from all the airports and things, so I'm not going to do another tourist area here, I don't think. Money! Look at this. See, everyone's freaking out about money. Look how much money we're making! Almost 100,000. People are like, ooh, negative 20 at night. No, we're fine. Everything's good. There's a reason I have over 6 million bucks. Now, given, like, it might change if I turn the water conservation back on, but for now we're okay. Yeah, these sharp corners really slow down the trains, but yeah, as long as they work. With 3 whole passengers. Woo! I think most people are using the subway. I think is all what it comes down to. Still, this can help. Still no idle cabs? My God. Like, really, there's not enough idle cabs in my entire town to cause any to be in this queue over here. Am I going to have the hiccups again? I had some the other day when I was doing the video. A video for, I don't remember what, RimWorld? Oh, I was going to take a break. You know what? This is swell time. We've been going for 2 hours non-stop. Let's take a short break, 5 minutes. I'll try to ensure these hiccups are not kicking around. Also, I really have to pee, so it seems like a great time to do it. So see you guys in a few minutes. Everyone get up, stretch, walk around, do a little dance if you have to. Get the blood flowing, and we'll see you in a couple.